Hey there, guys. It's Mia here. I am so excited. I'm super excited about the topic tonight. Now, tonight, I'm going to teach you very simply how do you get started packaging what you know into a product or service if you've never ever created a product. All right. It's a question that I get all the time. I'm Mia Redrick. I'm the mom strategist, business and life consultant. I got started in my company about 17 years ago, and I simply made the decision to go to work as myself. I wanted to figure out how to take my background as a corporate trainer. That's what I did professionally, and my systems in motherhood around self care. And I wanted to figure out how to put those things together to be able to package them into a product that I could monetize. But I didn't know how to do that. And maybe you can relate. Maybe you're like me. So what I did was my first step, I went to a small business resource center in my town, and I was told that my idea, mom coaching, that no one would ever pay me to do what I've done today. Fast forward, I've had the opportunity to coach thousands of women all around the world. I've been able to do corporate partnerships with corporate brands, Fortune 100 and 500 brands. As the mom strategist, I've been signed to Emmy nominated, nationally syndicated television shows. As the mom strategist, I've built high level coaching, high ticket coaching programs supporting women who've created amazing results. As the mom strategist, I've done exactly that. And I tell you this because maybe you're like me, you're listening to this message and you're thinking, I want to figure out how to take my knowledge, my background, and my experience, and I want to know how to package it. I know there's something, but I don't know what it is. That literally was me 17 years ago. And as a result of me growing my business, I had a couple of rules, ground rules. One, I wanted to build a business from the comfort of my home. I'm in my home office now. I've worked for over a decade from the comfort of my home. I didn't want to build a business as a coach or consultant on the road as a speaker. I wanted all of my clients to come directly to me in my home. And so whether that was physically or whether it was virtually, which is what it ended up being, that was the model that I wanted. And I wanted more than anything time freedom. I wanted to build a business that would allow me to be the kind of mom that I wanted to be and the kind of wife that I wanted to be. And maybe some of you can relate to this. As a result of me growing my business, I've been able to be there for my family. And I know that people talk a great deal about money, 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 and that's fine. But I will tell you that one of the greatest gifts to me in running my company is that I own my time, that I can control the priorities in my life. I can show up for them. And so I wanted to be that cupcake mom that could show up at their kids' ball games. That was me. Okay. Or at the whatever it was going on in school. I wanted to be that mom that was there. And that was totally me. But about 9 years ago, my husband developed kidney disease and went on dialysis. And I don't know what you guys know about dialysis, but it's very, very scary. It's like 3 times a week, 3 hours a day. He was being dialyzed. My kids were really young at the time. My oldest, Patrick, was about 11. My daughter was 8, and my youngest was 5. And I had to stand in the gap for my family. And fortunately, because I had built an amazing business, okay, that allowed me to be free and that was profitable, I could be there for my family when they needed me most. So I'm real hardcore with you, right? Like I'm hardcore about a man is not a plan and your job is not a plan. You got to understand that so many women hide in the shadows of their spouse's income or for their job income. But if your family ever needed you, you've got to be able to stand in that gap and have assurance that you can do that. And if you're watching my lives and you're loving my lives, I always like to share my story because I think it's really important to know, the real reason why you do what you do is so you can be there for your family in ways unimaginable. I think one of the greatest gifts of growing this business is my husband did get a kidney transplant about 4 years ago. It's doing amazing. And I love the fact that we could hire a private physician for him so he could get amazing care. I love the fact that he didn't have to focus on going back to work or anything like that right away because he didn't have to. See, because money was not a concern as it relates to that. And that's really powerful that if we show up in the ways that we need to, we can be there for our families in ways that we desire, right? Like really powerfully. Equally, I know that a lot of the women that follow me, maybe one of the things that you want is to give your kids an amazing education. And I'm into that. And my husband and I have invested over $1 million literally in elementary, middle, and high school, giving our kids a world-class education. And if that's something that you want, I will tell you that what I'm going to talk about tonight is going to really support you, because one of the questions that I get over and over again is, how do I get started packaging my knowledge into a product or service? I know there's something, but I don't have anything in my hands. I'm going to break that down for you tonight. And if you're ready, I've just got a couple ground rules. One is that since I can't hear you, you can hear me. I can hear your comments when you write them. So when I ask you a question, I simply want you to respond, right? Are you ready? If you're ready, I want you to write, I'm ready, all right? And then I'll jump right in. Now, tonight, I'm going to teach on how do you get started packaging your products or services when you have a desire to grow a business, but you don't know where to start. You're not really sure how to leverage what's going on in your world or your life. You know that you've got something here. Hey, Amy, good to see you. But you just need some support. Tonight, I'm going to give you that support that you need. And if you're ready, I want you to write simply, I am ready. And I'm going to jump right in. Okay. And I thought that this is so important, because I think that that's one of the reasons that a lot of people don't launch, is just simply because they don't know that who they are is so incredibly valuable. Amy, you're ready. Awesome. And it is. It so is, right? And they don't understand, hey there, David, that David is ready, that it's monetizable. Edie, you are ready. Awesome. I'm so glad. Is anyone else ready? Because I do think you have to be ready to receive a powerful message. All right. So tonight I'm going to bring it, and I hope that you guys are ready. All right. Number one, how do I get started packaging my products or my services? Is that the first thing I want you to remember is that you are the product. Okay. Hey, Rosetta, you're ready. All right. That you're the product. Okay. All right. So this notion that the product that you want to create, the service that you want to create, is outside of you. You got to figure it out. You've already been doing whatever it is that can create amazing results and transformation for others. So the first thing you have to do is literally understand that I am the product. All right. And I think that for me, that was the biggest revelation. Like, I was looking outside of myself, and I realized when I got started my business, I had become the president of a mom's group. And it was just something that I did, right? That was fun. It meant a lot to me. And I joined this moms group. And when I joined the moms group, they had 30 moms that were part of my chapter. And I was the president of this moms group. And when I became the chapter president, we grew to like 140 moms in a year and split twice. And that's when I knew that there was something that I naturally knew how to do in terms of motivating and inspiring women who were moms, right? That there was something different here. I want you to think about something that you've done in your life and in your world that you weren't even trying to make it a business. But it's like whenever you show up in that thing, you create amazing results and transformation for others. You create incredible impact. Are you getting ideas? All right. You create incredible impact. So even when I wasn't trying, moms would often say to me, how is it that you always have time to date yourself? Really? Like, how does that happen? Think about the questions that people are asking you naturally. Likely, those are the things that are highly packageable. Those are the products and the services that you can build on. And so if you've been struggling with, like, what could it be? I don't know what it is. Think about what's happening in your workplace. Likely people are coming to you all the time. They call you the expert, the person that knows whatever it is about a particular topic. That likely could be the thing that you can start with. I hope this is supporting you. Number two, I want you to think about the results that you have naturally created without even thinking about it. So we all have the ability to create results in some way or the other. Sometimes we create results that are quantitative, and sometimes we create results that are qualitative. Like I created results that were qualitative. I helped people have a better quality of life as it related to helping moms practice better systems around their self-care. And I could do it because I was doing it for myself. Maybe you've got a system too in your life on the soft skill side that you are applying in your own life that's created amazing results and value that you can teach someone else. All right. And it doesn't have to be something that it requires a PhD or MD or JD. It literally could be something that you're just amazingly good at. And when you show up, people seek you out and are always asking you questions. It's the thing you're naturally good at. It could be something that's very quantitative. It could be something that whenever you show up in your workplace or maybe in your church or in your neighborhood, people always want you on the special committee because when you do, you help them find money or you help them do things that create results that you can track in a way that are more numbers oriented. I want you to think about the kind of bottom lines that you've impacted as a result of your knowledge. It could be in the workplace, like literally. So I really had to think for myself, what is it that I do naturally? And I'm a professional trainer by trade. I worked for a Fortune 100 company. And so I just know systematically how to put training together. And it's just something that in my profession, I understand how to do exceptionally well. Okay. And I know how to sell that training really well. And then in my life, I also knew I had these soft skills. I had systems for myself to always find time for my life. And so I built a whole business and system around merging those two things that I do naturally together. So don't make this hard. Is this supporting you? Are you getting value? If you're getting value, I want you to write like Mia, I'm getting value, right? Like the light bulb is coming on. And this is really important because I think a lot of times we make packaging our knowledge really difficult when it really isn't difficult at all. Whatever it is, it's already inside you. You're already doing this. All right. And I want you to think of that. Okay. Number 3. The third thing that I want you to do, if you want to know how to get started packaging your products or services, is to stop undervaluing your gift. Tabia, you're saying you're getting value. Awesome. I'm so glad that you wrote a comment. Number 3, stop undervaluing your gifts. Okay. So a lot of times we have the ability to create value for others. We do it all the time. And when people say, wow, you really helped me, or thank you for whatever it is, we're like, oh, it was nothing. And you have all these people coming to you all the time saying, I just really loved whatever it is, ... right? Lakibra, I'm glad you're getting value, right? So think about the things, right, that you're already providing, that whenever someone's come to you, you've discounted, you just kind of stop them. Like, and it really is because you don't see it as a gift. You don't see it as something that you're monetizing or possible to monetize at a high level. You get this, Tracy, right? And I'm glad you're getting value. Right. But you need to stop undervaluing what you're bringing to the table and start to listen. And I talked about this the other day as well, because your ideal clients are already talking to you. The results that you're creating in your world already, the people that are already coming to you, asking for your help, asking for your support, the people who come back to you over and over again, they're coming back and they're leaving you clues that what you know is creating results for them already. Thank you, David. I appreciate you saying amazing. Edie, I'm glad that you're getting value. All right. They're already telling you, it's confirmation. And so if you haven't seen it as that, I want you to understand 100% that undervaluing your gifts doesn't allow you to be able to really hear and breathe in the things that people want from you, the products that potentially you could create, the services that are right there, right in front of you, because those people are telling you, they're giving you confirmation that what you're providing them has value. I remember I hosted an event at my house, and I had all the moms read this one book about It was a self-care book because I was really into self-care. Um, and they loved it. Like these moms, it was like transformational for them. They loved it. They kept talking about it. They began to work these systems in their own life, in their own world. And I was like, what's going on here? Like it was something that I just did naturally. It wasn't something that I thought was something special. But when all of these women showed up and said, we love this, I knew programmatically I was on to something that women wanted. All right. Think about what is it that you're doing? Maybe you host something and people always show up and you're like, really? I didn't know that it was going to be that successful. Like you were just being yourself, doing whatever it is. Tavia, I'm glad you said, wow, you just had a revelation. Sometimes it's looking at the things that people always come to with you, like things that people will never miss because they know if they're around you, that great things happen. It could be something like maybe you're great at a great decorator, right? And that whenever someone comes to your home, they're like blown away, or they just have to see it, or they're saying to you, like, is there any way that we could shop together? Is there any way you can look at, what do you think? Should I get this or should I get that, right? It could be that it's just that you've got a great eye. You have an ability to coordinate something and you don't even think about it because you're just doing what you love. That is a tip, because likely whatever it is something you're doing and you love to do it and you're great at doing it. All right. Number 4. Okay. We're talking today about how do you get started packaging your products and services when you don't even know what they are. Number 4 is look at what your friends and your employers value from you the most. I literally had to start writing down for myself and ranking them 1, 2, 3, like A, B, C, right? What is it that people are valuing from me the most? Because sometimes we think we know what people want from us, but if we really listen, okay, to what other folks are saying, they're telling you. Now, for me, I thought that people wanted to hire me primarily as a coach, right, when I got started. And what I realized was that people saw me more as a strategist, and they're exactly right. One of the things that I'm really amazing at is supporting you with strategy, how to get from right here to right here. That's right. Right? How to hold you accountable to do the things that you say you're going to do. That's right. Okay. Right. How to give you that plan that's actionable, that will allow you to create that yield that you want, that will allow you to have the step-by-step systems to be able to create the kind of life that you want and desire. All right. So I was thinking, I coach moms, but when I asked my audience, I realized that they were saying, no, we see you, what you do, Mia, is more strategy. And that's when I came up with the name, The Mom Strategist, and registered that name and began to build a brand supporting women around mom strategy specifically when I launched my company, because I realized I'm a really amazing strategist, not from an ego perspective. I'm just sharing my story. Is this supporting you? Like, are you getting value? Like, if you're getting value, I want you to write, I am getting value. All right. I want you to look at, what are your friends saying? What are your employers saying? Like literally when they start saying these things, they walk in your office tomorrow, I want you to just start writing them down. Like just take a sheet out and just start writing, keep it all on one sheet. What are people saying to you? Okay, because you need to know what that is so that you can see what is highly packageable, right? What is highly sellable, because the thing is, it's easier to sell the thing that you already know that people want from you, because they're already asking you or they're already complimenting you about this. Think about the number of times that someone said, is there any way that you could help me with this? Or is there any way you could show me how to do that? What are those things? Fill in the blanks for you. All right. All right. Pamela says, I'm getting value. There's a Facebook user says, hi, Mia. Hey there. And you have to type your name if you're on Facebook. I'm getting value. Amy's getting value. Awesome. If you're on Facebook, you have to type your name because I can't see your name. All right. And if you're on Periscope, I'm so excited that you're here. Also, I'm glad that you're here. Okay. All right. Number 5. And the 5th thing that you have to do, which is what I did, is you got to evaluate the trends of what people are saying. So I started writing down what people would say to me over and over again in terms of like, wow, you know, I did what you said about date night, or I did what you said about me time. And I was like, what? Like I was just saying what I did. I wasn't selling anything when I first was sharing who I am, right? Because that's usually what we're doing. We're just sharing what we know is going on, right, Evelyn? I'm glad you're here. And I just realized that they keep saying the same things over to me, and I started writing them down. So I started to evaluate how it was trending. What were the things that people were saying to me over and over and over again? And I knew that that was the product. That's how I knew I needed to build a product to help moms find time for themselves. And there were 5 strategic ways that I support women in doing that, because that's what I did in my own life. Now, if you have been following me, one of the things you know that I teach you is never sell information, because information is cheap, right? And at the end of the day, all you're selling is what you know how to do, the results and transformation that you know how to create. So there's no reason to sell information, because you're going to support people with solving problems, with solutions that you one created for yourself, and they know it, and that's why they're coming back and forth to you. So you just need to get a trend of what is it that they're saying to you all the time. Like, just start listening. Like, really? Like, is that what you're getting? Like, it could be something like, maybe it's like whenever you show up at work, people are like, you are so coordinated. You are, I just love your style. I love it all the time. Like people just, and then you have one person says it, and you walk somewhere else, and someone else says the exact same thing, and you go somewhere else, and someone in the cafeteria says something to you. Everywhere you go, people say this to you, right? So there's something there. And maybe they might say, I was trying to figure out what I could do with a scarf or this. They just start talking to you about the problems that they have, because they're looking at you and they're like, clearly that's not a problem for you. That's what was happening. All right. Is this making sense? Right. Like, your business, the product you want to create isn't this thing that's all the way over there. That the thing that you want to create is right here inside of you. And I want you to know that you are the product. You are the product. And you are already doing this thing. You've already been doing this thing. You've been creating this result first for yourself. And now people have been asking you, and now you have the opportunity to support other people, and you have informally in supporting them. And I would say the 6th thing that you need to do, if you want to know how to get started packaging your products or services, the 6th thing you need to do, and this is what I did. So I'm only sharing exactly what I did. You need to invest in a system that can pull your expertise into a service. All right. So I knew I had something. All right. And I think based on what you heard tonight, you know that you've got something too. All right. But I didn't know how to build the business of coaching. I didn't know how to put together packages that valued my knowledge and my transformation. So the very first thing I did was invest in a coach, right? And I invested in a coach that was doing what I wanted to do. Okay. More importantly, that had the kind of life freedom that I desired, and that was packaging their knowledge, and they could show me. I didn't try to figure it out myself. I'm just going to break this down, right? I didn't try to, because I knew I didn't know how to do that. I knew how to be a great corporate trainer. I knew how to do self-care systems for myself, and obviously informally for others, but I didn't know how to build the business of coaching for other women until I made an investment in myself at high level. It was money that I didn't think I had, which is what we all think, right? I didn't think I had. And I think about that in the early days. And I think like my first big coaching program was $2,500. This is like 17 years ago. And I think, man, I made an investment in myself for $2,500. And I learned how to package my knowledge at the highest level. And as a result of that, I've had the opportunity to create impact with my gifts. What if I was trying to teach myself how to do this? Because I didn't know how to be a digital marketer, how to sell what I had online, how to build a business that was time rich from the comfort of my home. I didn't know all of that. I had the skill to be able to help women with self-care, but I didn't know how to run the business in the company. And so I'm always going to break this down. I always share 100% of what I do, because I think that one of the things that gets in the way of us getting to where we want to be is that we often try to be experts in things we're not experts in. So I was an expert in the systems that I knew. But the thing that I didn't know is how to build a profitable coaching business and brand. And so I had to get some help. And you probably are going to have to. And whether you decide you want to work with me or you decide you want to work with someone, one of the things that I will tell you is very important is that number one, you need to make sure whoever you select to work with has proof and evidence that they have created the results that they're coaching you around. Meaning if they're teaching you how to package your knowledge into a product, a high ticket product or service, that they do that. Two, that they have the ability to also transfer their knowledge to other folks, right? That you can see other people in their community doing exactly the same. All right. And if you don't see that, then it's not real because, there's one thing for the teacher to have success. It's another thing for the student to be able to receive that and create that for themselves. And there should be examples of it. It doesn't have to be 100%, and it never will be, right? Because people implement at different levels, but there should be current evidence of it. Very, very important. And I think the most important question I always ask myself is on the lifestyle side of things. Like I always wanted to make sure I was working with someone that had lifestyle, because lifestyle to me meant freedom. And my only goal in running my company was to build a profitable business where money would no longer be a concern and that I could work from the comfort of my home, because that's how I wanted to work. And I wanted to make sure that my teachers mimicked that was the life that they were already living, so they could show me how to set up systems like that. And I hope that there's something that I've said today that has supported you in understanding that you already have exactly what you need to be able to package your knowledge as a high ticket offer, even if you don't know that you do. Okay. And I see it all the time. A lot of the women that I work with, when they come to me, they are great at what they do. They're smart and they're sharp, but they don't yet have a product. And over the course of 6 weeks, I show them how to take who they are and package it into a high ticket system that allows them to build an amazing product, an amazing brand that creates impact, not low ticket courses that don't allow them to show up 100%, creating the results and transformation that they desire. All right. So I'm thinking that you may have questions for me or an aha or a takeaway, and I totally want to hear those. So what was your biggest aha or takeaway today? And I want to share with you guys, we have a masterclass that's getting started on the 17th of October. It's absolutely incredible. I'll post the link here. Over the course of 7 days, I'll teach you how to package what you're doing as a high ticket offer, both on and offline. So if you want to know how to package your knowledge into a high ticket product, you want to know how to price that product to fully value the transformation you provide. If you want to know how to position your marketing so that you become the obvious choice based on what you do, even if you don't have any customers. If you want to know how to find buyers using a easy, straightforward sales process that's non-salesy, the masterclass is for you. You get about 25 hours of training up front. Some of my best training, I might add, that teaches you exactly how to build an amazing business. I was thinking if I could show you. I think I can. I'm not going to stay on the page so long. So let me see if I can do this. I'm going to just show you. All right. Okay, so this is the page for the event. If you guys haven't already seen it, I'll post the link here. It's called the Giant Virtual Experience Masterclass. It's pretty incredible, and it's for smart, sharp, entrepreneurial women like who want to package their knowledge. 7-day masterclass, and I teach you my step-by-step formulas. Everything that I teach, I've done. I've built an amazing brand. I've done tons of media. And the event is for you if you want to learn step by step how to build a business. You get a 25-hour masterclass training that you get to watch before the actual masterclass, so you can stop and start, learn whatever you want to learn, and go deep on some of my best training. The women that attended my Giant Experience live event in November of last year closed over $250,000 within 3 weeks of attending the event, you get that training. It's pretty incredible. You get 10 hours during the week of the live masterclass each and every day. I come on live and I teach you, and you get to watch it anytime, anywhere from the comfort of your home. You get to stop and start. And I think that's one of the best ways to learn with me. Okay. And it's really for you if you want to learn how to package, price, and position what you're doing. If you want to know how to get in front of that right audience, because that's really important. And then you get to hear from my clients, right? Like Novel Concept, but you get to hear from them, and they're going to show you how they have built out their own profitable businesses relatively quickly, using my step-by-step process. And everything that I teach during the event, I have done personally, and I provide proof. I teach you my sales process, which I would tell you is just absolutely incredible and non-salesy. Registration super easy. Okay, you just click on the register link, and this is all of what's included, right? So much. You get live exclusive training with me every single day. You get admission to the core business masterclasses. There are a couple of them. One is the elevated understanding of how to leverage your knowledge, how to take what you're doing and leverage it. You get intellectual property essentials. I show you how to protect your knowledge, how to market using Facebook and LinkedIn ads to bring in new clients in your world. I show you how to protect your business. We bring in guests, experts to teach you these things. It's all about sales. I show you how to attract only clients who will pay you premium for your services and your products, and how to close. And that in and of itself is just exceptionally valuable. The masterclass implementation and accountability guide will literally guide you each and every week on what it is that you need to do. There's a daily watch party if you want to do and watch the content with us. So it's pretty incredible. Access to a private Facebook community for support for your implementation all week long. You also get to do some exercise classes with us, belly dancing, yoga, and Zumba. And, and then there's a bonus where if you sign up early, you get to preview the core masterclass training in advance a week earlier. The first event we had sold out on August 22nd, and now you have an opportunity for either the October 17th or the December 5th events for $997. So if you add up everything that's included in the event, it's like $18,291. And this is my gift, right? Like you saved $17,294, and your price is just $997 for all of that. And I can tell you, I'm telling you all of that. So just real quick, I'll show you this because I think you guys will love this. The agenda is posted here. So make sure you take a look, and you can see what the schedule is, what the outline for the event is. It's pretty incredible. So, I hope to see you at the event. So, because it's awesome. So I'm going to stop the screen share. All right. So I want to thank you for being here tonight. What was one aha or takeaway as a result of you guys being here tonight? I'll post the link here. If you have any questions, just reach out to us at redrickteam@gmail.com. Any ahas or takeaways as a result of being here tonight? Anyone want to share? So I just want you to make sure you're standing in your value 100%. Because you deserve it, okay? And knowing that just because you don't know what it is doesn't mean that you can't package what you know at the highest level. Because I didn't actually know what the packages were going to be when I got started, but they were already inside of me, and there were things that I was already doing that I didn't recognize was just my natural competence, right? And so someone said, do what you know and stay in your lane, right? Do what you know, right? Do the thing that you know how to do. And in doing that, you'll find that you'll figure out exactly what you can offer as a service or product at a high level. You're going to need some kind of system to show you how to pull it together, how to value it, how to market it, and how to set up your sales process so that you can close and bring clients in. Really important. Any final ahas or takeaways before we close out? I want to thank you for being here tonight. I appreciate you guys for being here. You could have been anywhere, but you're here, okay? And I'm so grateful that you're here. I want to thank you for your time tonight. I appreciate you, and have a great and amazing night. Bye.